Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, Everest. Hi, Perry. Hi, everybody. Gosh, I'm okay. We're doing an art stream today. I pivoted last night. I said, I will. Lottie, me, Everest. I will let you all know that I'm like pretty fucking anxious. Great stream. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for the hype. I'm still gonna do it. I'm okay with like sitting in, you know, as we perceive them, negative emotions and things. It's like it's fine, it's chill, but I am anxious. So I decided we're gonna do an art stream today. I'm gonna make free. They're gonna be free to use, digital art pins for disability pride. So all of us disabled streamers can put them wherever we want on our streams or in our about pages or whatever the heck we want to do with them. They're going to be free to use for everybody. That's my plan. Art's incredible. You're going to slay the house down, Boots Mama. What? House down, Boots Mama. Um, the real reason I decided to do this, because normally I've talked about um, where I'm with my art in the past and why I don't stream my art. Normally, it's kind of like my quiet time. You heard me. I heard you, but I don't understand. Kind of like my quiet times where I just like work in my own space. I get to be in my own brain and I work on stuff while I listen to things, and it's great. Um, However, I recently realized how badly I want to make stuff right now, and I simply do not have the time because it's still hot out and because this house doesn't have AC. I have very limited amounts of time that I can be on my computer. Um very very limited. Like I stream in the morning here and I might be out on my computer for like an hour before bed later in the evening because I go to bed by 10 o'clock now. Um And I was sitting there in the car yesterday. I was like, shit, I want to make stuff so bad. So here we are. We're going to combine my time frames. We're going to make art on stream because it's the only way I can. I don't want to make stuff. And it's so sad. Like, nothing makes me more restless than when I haven't been able to create anything in a while. Like, it makes me itch. It makes me like just mentally. I need to make stuff with my hands. You know, the hot makes me unhappy. Yeah, yeah. It's a hot year and like the flash floods. We're not gonna get into it too much because like it's it's a devastating event right now. That's been horrible. Um, uh, you can look up the toll count is quite high at this point. You can look it up. You can see what it was at. I'm not going to talk about it too in deep, just in case it is a little bit too close to home for anybody. I don't think I know. I don't think anybody like that comes to my channel is from Texas or any of those areas that is getting affected by the flash floods. But I could be wrong. Maybe they want to talk about it. Maybe they wouldn't. Not sure. But it's quite bad right now. Um, really wish I had any excess money to send to families in need over there, but yeah, yeah, really, truly, honestly, it's really bad over there. The toll count has gotten very high. Um, for a natural disaster, I should specify. But yes, just the weather. The weather's been bad. The weather's been bad. Oh gosh. We're gonna I'm gonna put on a little bit of music in the background. It shouldn't be too loud. But it's a little bit extra something to go along with everything. Normally I yap at you all before starting whatever I'm doing for the day, but since I'm going to be drawing art and yapping at you all while I do the art, I figure it's going to be fun. Let me know if the music is a little bit too loud at all, because I want it to be relatively quiet. It's at 10% in the media player right now. So, like, I hope it's quiet enough, but it looks like it might be a little bit louder than what I want. Let me just... That is doing nothing. Okay, well. Art, yes. These are the reference images I've got. Hello, Gia. Welcome in. I am going to turn down the music just a little bit more. Turn it to 6%. Hello, welcome in, honey. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. The music is a lovely level. Okay, wow. Turned it down just a teensy bit. All of the music that I'll be playing today will be by a music artist who does art for video games. His name is, he goes by Fail Positive. He has a lot of really lovely music. And he won't copyright strike me for playing it. I have all of his works because I bought them at one point off of Bandcamp. So I got some references. So I learned a couple things that I didn't know in researching stuff last night. So I already knew about this one. This is the overall, this is the Disability Pride flag, this one. I could even read off, hold on. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little nervous, as I have never streamed my art to everybody before. Specifically, we'll be doing vector art today. But yes. So, this used to be a zigzag. Zigzag was really bad for anybody with visual problems, epilepsy, or anything like that. It caused migraines, sometimes seizures. So it was changed. And the colors were also made a little bit more desaturated. They were more saturated before. The muted black background it symbolizes mourning and anger over ableist violence and neglect. The red is for physical disabilities, gold is for neurodivergent, white is for invisible and undiagnosed disabilities, blue is for emotional and psychiatric disabilities, and green is for sensory disabilities. Yeah. I just finished round 20 at cinema. I don't know what that means. Do you mean like at the movie theater? Like stab anyone who says anything bad about your art. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried. That's fine. Nobody's gotten to watch my process before. I am watching Jurassic World Rebirth already, round 20. Okay. Well, if you're having fun, I guess. That's the Disability Pride flag. We also have, this is also a disability flag. This is specifically a disability flag for perseverance in overcoming obstacles. This one was actually made before the Pride flag. Only by a few years, though, to my understanding. This one was made in 2017. This one was made in, like, 2020-something. I have to check. When were you made, flag? No, 2019. So, yeah. 2017 and 2019, respectively. That's a lot of Weave-Warships. Good for you. Love when a film was so good you could just go round and round watching it. Obviously, we know the universal disability symbol. But I also learned recently, didn't know the Disability Pride flag was that recent. It is quite recent, yes. Very recently made. I also learned recently that the sunflower is a symbol for, not tracking my cursor at all, huh? It's not that close. Well, anyway, is a symbol for invisible disabilities as well. So I was figuring on making a couple different things today. I was gonna just start with little, just like straight flag pins, and maybe make a heart pin, and maybe make a sunflower pin. We'll see as we go. That's my plan, more or less. Yeah. Which, like, a lot of that's pretty easy. Make this a good size though. Let me see. Make this 80 by 100. And you all get to, who aren't familiar with vectors, get to see some vector work. I don't know how many people that is. 70. Death Machine. I thought that was Death Machine. It has a very particular sound. I use Inkscape. I really like Inkscape. It's a nice free program. I'm looking for stroke style. You can see here these corners are rounded, but I don't think it's that. I think it's actually this. Now they're unrounded. In the shape symbol. Not you. You. Just gonna make, we're on the wrong layer. Make it like a base little square. Which we're going to have to make a clip layer of, so we're going to duplicate that. Clip group. This music is a little bit too hype for me. I'm sorry, fail positive. Give me a different one. Been thinking of tinkering with vector art for a project, so I might hit you up for some tips later. Sure. I have been vectoring for a little while now. I really took to vector art pretty quickly. There's something about it that really works for my brain personally, that I really enjoy, you know? It works. It works for me. Really all it comes down to. Oh, 65? Not quite 65. Okay. Try 45. Might just be. Yeah, it's 50. It's a nice 50. Okay. Shapes make brain go burr? Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I could even, hold on. I can't show you a lot of my work. But I can at least show you my logo page. I mean, you've all seen my logo at this point in time, but I did a couple tests with it in general. And we've got the black hard back outline, and then like this like cute little rainbow one. And originally I was making it on like a little gum pack. I still am very fond of it. It's really cute. You can see this is the old version. I had different candies here. This is actually, this little candy here isn't a candy that I made. It's it is a what my cousin Lumo made. It's part of the hat on my new design on her, and I wanted to incorporate it as like a part of her design into my logo. Lottie Dubiquita Vectors. I'm definitely learning. And it does really make sense in my brain for me, and that helps a lot. But yeah. Ah! I can do that. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Boop. Zoom in a little bit. Move it. Duplicate. Make another one. Nodding, nodding. Yeah, yeah. A lot of vector work is quite literally just shapes. You just a lot of, I mean, like, you can do line work, but a lot of it's shapes. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Zoom in. Really changed this to. Okay. Now we've made our little stripes. What we can do is object to path. So they start as just objects, and it like this. They're not vectors yet. They're just objects. But then when I make object to path, then they become. I'm not going to be changing these, but then they become vectors, and you can affect them like this. You can just move the lines around. But I like to do that because it makes it easier for me to edit them if I need to. I probably won't need to in this case, though. Right now I need to group. There we go. I'm going to put that over here. We're going to duplicate the group. Do, 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 do. Move. Here, and then into there. Ta-da! We can make these smaller. The bright side with vector work is that like the big thing with vector work is that you can make it bigger or smaller without losing the resolution, which I really like. We can go like 50% smaller if we want to. That's a little bit too small for this, but nonetheless. 75 is good. You know, we got a little guy. Which I want to still make look more like a pin. So what we're gonna do. Pins usually have like the outlines and the engraving. I think we could do it like, let me see if we can. Look. I give that a little bit brighter. Ooh, a lot bit brighter. Stroke style. This is where you make the line width bigger or smaller. I wanted to kind of make this one look like an enamel pin, but like digital, you know? That's what we're gonna try to do here. So then we just need you, name, probably needs to be a little bit thicker. So we'll try 4. And then if we add a gradient to it, I'll do here in a sec. We're gonna save this first though. Pride, disability, pins, because I am a chronic saver. Because before, we just, if you look up here, the way this works, this is the solid, and then you've got all of these. So we want this gradient. We're going to make this a little bit brighter, and we're going to add a little bit of color to it. And Maybe a bit more color than that. And I don't know if I want it to be a blue silver. I usually deal in blue silvers though, but like a lot of pins are not. A lot of pins are, hold on, enamel pins. The metal is often more, I guess we could do a gold. That might be nice. Just gotta get a good color. Let me see. I'm looking at real life enamel pins. What sort of a bronzy gold might be nice? Can I get that without a reference? That's the second question. There at 20, what are we at? That's 39. Let's go to 30. 38. Oh? Add to not or not to or to not reference. It's just like I could hold on. Just for like to grab a color, I could do it like copy image. Go down here to my references. I can just paste this. This is somebody's enamel pin. We can just then take this back in here and take a color swash from it, like on the darker scale, down there. And then for this one, and take the brighter of the two. Look at that. See? Actually, it looks pretty good. Yeah. Then we can go to this, and then we don't even have to like redo that color swash. Whenever you have new gradients for an image, it like keeps track of them. So then you can just do that. Yeah. I'll move you up here so you're less distracting, and there, easy peasy, right there. We have our first sort of like little pin. It's all shiny. We can make this even nicer by adding gradients to the colors as well. So if we go to fill, do this. Leave it transparent like that, and that does a decent amount of work as it is, but I think I would prefer like slightly brighter rather. So go down. Don't even have to make it that much brighter. Just a little bit brighter. Boop, doop. Boop, doop, boop, boop. And just to add some life to it. Okay, this is gonna be really funny. So to zoom in and out, it's like holding down control and using your scroll wheel. That's like the fastest way to do it. If I go too far over on my screen, my chat, like the chat box for OBS is right there, and I can make that bigger or smaller on accident. So that's a thing, you know. Let's see, we went up to 60. Okay. 352, 60. This one's actually quite a bit brighter than the other one already. Guess we're gonna have to go up to 80. We do a large chalk. I could. I definitely could. That is a thing that is, like, within my power to do. Now, this is white, so it's already kind of not a gradient, but we're gonna just... do that. Boop. Boop. Yeah, and there's kind of like a little sort of fake digital pin. Easy peasy. When it's a square. Oh gosh. I was gonna do a little heart. And maybe some color variations. And I was gonna see about making a sunflower pin, which will have to be almost completely by hand, but that shouldn't be too bad. But yeah. And then I'll probably like make a little pack. And maybe put it like on my Ko-fi for people to download if they would like to put them anywhere on their wherever they want to put them, honestly. Let's make a heart. Boop. Now making a heart, there isn't a way to do that, particularly with the shape tool in Inkscape. They don't have a heart. There's a lot of shapes you can make, you know, with this, but a heart is not one of them. You kind of have to make it on your own. I'm gonna start with a circle. I get rid of the stroke. There we go. My apologies. It went, oh, I don't know how to do that. We start with a circle, then we do object to path again, and that gives us our little nodes. I think if we do... add more nodes in. I trust the process. That's like the funniest, like, that is truly what I have learned when it comes to making vectors. Like, truly and honestly, it's trusting the process while you're making them. Nodes! Yeah, the little nodes. Little guys. Little birthday boys, as it were. So we're gonna need to do one here. Same level, shoot. I haven't actually made a heart in a little bit because I was kind of just reusing the heart that I had been using. But it's fine. We'll be fine. Probably. That went wonky. That's okay. Let's try that again. No. Okay, we'll add more nodes in. I believe in you. I believe we can do this. Yeah, kind of. I'm going through the process of this instead of using hearts that I already have just to show y'all. It's a lot of you kind of just work with the shape until it becomes what you need it to become. It's kind of like using clay in some ways, which I think is funny. It really wants to go wonky over there. I wonder if we just add another set of nodes much closer, if that'll... Yeah, that kind of solves it. We're getting there. We now need new ones here. Bring out a little bit there. So funky. So funky. What a normal looking heart. Thank you. Damn it, I was too slow. It isn't mostly a normal looking heart now, so yeah. Yeah. Punk. What you get? What you get for trying to be mean to me? This part is still too big for an enamel pin, so we're gonna have to bring that, like, to make that a little smaller, but that's fine. Not like that, though. Boop, boop. The different node shapes do different things. What? I just thought you were trying to be mean to me. I don't know, the right... ventricle looks a bit constricted. Oh, now we're talking about, like, real hearts. I mean, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, too, is I could just, I made some candy hearts, and I could totally use those if I wanted to. The shape's still pretty wonky. This might take a little while. I just kind of keep adjusting until it looks better. There's not really any, like, rhyme or reason or trick particularly. At least, not that I have technically. Okay, so technically if you wanted to, we're not gonna do it right now, but if you wanted to, you just go get a heart. Just a heart. Any old heart, like the heart symbol, yeah. Like, just the... Hold on, let me just do this. I can show you. I will often do this, because it's easier, and sometimes you want to work smarter, not harder. You can paste an image, so this is just like the heart symbol emoji, like, it's just the base form. You just want the power move of making a heart on stream, maybe. But you can do that, and then you can do trace bitmap, which we want. Generally, you want as much as you can get when it comes to the brightness cutoff. And you can do that, and now that's a vector. Like, this is just a raster image, and now this is a vector. Ta-da! In a lot of cases, it really does. It works smarter, not harder. Really does come up with when it comes to vectors. Especially if you got like anything simple or easy or free like that. You can see the two. Like, I'm doing my best over here, but my lines are too wonky. I really need to be these ones to be sharp edges. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna scale you down. Your hair got squish. It does got squish. Which in some cases can be totally fine, depending, like, if I was making like a heart, like a gummy, having this sort of squishness to it is actually, like, pretty good. It looks like a piece of candy if we add the right things to it, you know? But that's not what we're going for here. Now, whether or not I continue with this, or just kind of, stop and use the image that we traced remains to be seen. But, you know. It can be really difficult to get all these lines, like the curvature straight is like the main thing. I don't know a better way to do this because like I've tried using like that. Like you could do that and then hold on. You know what? Let me just try this for a second. Go up, down, down again, connect. What if we started here instead? This is, you guys are getting to watch me experiment real time. I think there's 2 nodes now. Then we make that. Move you over a little bit. Then you're doing good. And then all you have to do is duplicate, flip. That's quite straight. We have to fix that. That's already tons better, so. We're learning new tricks live because, you know, I'm constantly experimenting anyway. There's always an easier way to do things than you realize at first. Yeah. We started with a circle originally. That didn't work. Now we're trying the hard lines, and that's working pretty well. The only thing we need to do... You can see this isn't even. This. And then hopefully we can just move that in. In all the way here. Do, 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 do. You can use the bounding box as kind of a guideline because basically the reason this was further out than like this upper one was is because that's as far out as the bottom one goes. You can kind of tell how much further in you need to be. Then we just kind of need... Wrong way! Too far. It's still cutting, isn't it? Is it? No. And then you can... Pass. We are an object, right? Yes, we are. Oh, not an object, but a pass. You can union it. And now it's together. They unionized. We do have to fix this little bottom bit down here. I can't really zoom in any further, but whoop, not like that. We may not be able to, because I know there's a way to simplify it. You see, they're unionized. Yep. We flatten it maybe a little bit. Well, that's almost not noticeable at all. I guess that's fine. We're still not quite as sort of like the perfect heart shape as the other one, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Move these out a little bit. Yippee! Much better than our first one. when I'm making quick things or like little things, I will like legit, especially because like this is just, this is just a heart image. You can pull it off of Wiki. It's whatever. Doing it this way is much faster for like simple things and shapes. But sometimes we just want to do things by manual. I'm not quite happy with the shape. Let me see. Don't know if it's... Oop. I want it to be smaller. Not really. I really want it to be longer. Don't really want it to be... Okay. You stop that. Thank you. It's pretty alright like this. I wonder... A little bit more. We'll make this a little bit smaller. And then we can pretty much do exactly what we did last time. So duplicate this. Make that into a clip. Matter of fact, we can just grab... Copy. Probably want to make it a little bit smaller than that one. Not by a lot. Like 5%? Yeah. About. And then we can also... Oop, not like that. Oop. Shoop. And then we also have this one. Aha. I suspect that the sunflower is going to be the one that's going to take me a little while. I'm going to go for a stylized one. I also want to make a couple like these two in these colors, not just the Visibility Pride flag, but we're getting there. We could also, hold on. Burp. Here. I'll put that in its own. I also like add this in. If we wanted to. Then want to add a little bit of an outline. Not a lot. Probably 500. Make it in color as you. Like that. Don't think he's centered though. A little bit difficult because it's not... Hee. Yeah, we could do that like as an optional thing. We could turn that on and off. You know. Nice, clean, simple. Okay. Not a sublayer. Above. There we go. This is going to take quite a bit longer. So let me see. We'll start with the center. At 35. We're going to have to make the petals. Now that shouldn't be too hard. Figuring out precisely how long we want the petals. Compared to that center. How many petals? There's normally one. We could make a simplified version, but then it's going to look like a daisy, and it's supposed to look like a sunflower. This is actually, so a lot of people are used to garden variety sunflowers. This is actually like a wild variety sunflower, which I think is really nice. Right now, just to make it stand out, we're just going to make this yellow. If we wanted to keep it really simple, we wouldn't even have to make the bottom. We could just leave it oval, but I think a little bit of variation is gonna be good. Transform, rotate. 15? You see 15 is not quite severe enough, potentially? Maybe. Facing it together, okay. I also wanted to make an infinity one. But make it a little, so normally the infinity symbol for autism is done with a rainbow. I kind of wanted to do it in the disability pride colors. I'm just going to fix this up a little bit. Object group. Move this above it. It's a good base. It'll work. Let me see. Obviously, I got a little off with the pacing at some point here. I was really expecting to like kind of yap about just my life and stuff right now, but there's enough people here that haven't done any vector work that like just kind of been talking about my vector process, which I guess works. You can see we're not like great on this side. I almost want to do what I did earlier with the heart. Hold on. and do half and then duplicate it. We're not quite half though. What are the vector layers and how many pass there? It always makes me dizzy, lol. I don't know how long ago you told me that, but yeah. Oh yeah, it can be a lot. Like once you get, if you're used to it, if it's something that works for your brain, it's really not too bad, I think. But I am one of those people where vectors do work for my brain pretty well. Like they just make sense. You know? They just make sense. Which works out. The thing is once I have this like mostly done, I mean, if I want to do lines, I'll have to change things a bit. But I can flatten it down. You can see this works at the bottom, but it's not. They're not lined up. So we're gonna actually just do that. That's actually pretty good. A few problems. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but sunflowers kind of aren't. You know, they kind of aren't. I believe there is an ad starting soon. Yep. Now the next question is how do I want this to look? I feel like line-wise, we don't want it to be too complicated, because if we just tried to add lines to all this, I don't think it's gonna work. For instance, like, it kind of works. If we combined every other petal, we might be able to make that work okay. Like if we did, not that one, but these two, union. Then we move this one up, that's down, stop it. That, union. Union. Kind of like that. Doesn't really have the effect that I want it to have, though. So, see, how do I want to deal with this? Thanks, Sarybot. Life has been pretty interesting for me lately, for obvious reasons. Moving's been a lot. We still have a lot to do. We did get some of our arch work up in the living room, and we got to add some curtains in that match perfectly. It's really pretty. Hold on, I could even don't have it saved in my computer. I know how I can do it though. Let me just save image, pictures, living room, view, and then go get it. Then I can show you. Hold on. I went too far. It's alphabetized. Okay. So the couch and everything isn't actually properly set up yet, but this is what one of the walls in our living room looks like now. And it's very pretty. I was like, oh, the curtains, they match perfectly. Now, let me tell you, most of this house is kind of eh. They opted for a lot of grays in this house. The curtains that used to be up in these windows were like gray. Like, not even a tone, like nice silver gray, just like, just straight gray, just straight gradient gray. Which weren't great. They were solid too. They didn't have like a gradient like change to them or anything. They weren't nice. I am not a fan of gray for houses. It's kind of the modern thing to do, but I don't care for it. Of course, unseen to the right is a stack of boxes. What we've got left. But yeah, we've had this tapestry for many years now. We had this in our old house. These curtains have never been up before, though. Oh, that's too cute. Yeah. 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 It's very nice. It's very nice. It makes me very happy. Yeah. Reunion this. Okay, so here's what I want to do with this. I'm going to duplicate. Flip it. I'm going to have to turn these off so I can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's right. You're the version that doesn't have that. Oh, okay. No. Okay. We'll have to do these two. Ungroup. Excuse you. Ungroup, please. Thanks. Okay. Union. And then union again. What I would like to do, make these form, scale. Like that. Kind of what I would like to do. How am I going to include the disability colors in this? Not sure yet. I may not technically have to because it really is just the sunflower and the green and I might use this color green. I'm figuring it out as we go. Yes, I had like half an idea of what I wanted to do last night. I'm kind of just rolling with that. As you do sometimes. Now, from here, I might be able to... Yeah. Still looking like a sunflower. There's a couple ways I could incorporate the color in. I could make this larger by 150, perhaps. Yeah, duplicate that. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting. So in order to do this the way I want to do it, we're gonna have to duplicate. Get rid of those. This is all gonna have to be bind together. Union. Ungroup. Union. Union again. Another one. That clip group. Move you into there if we can. And this. Move it over here. Oh, wait, not yet. I need to be able to see where it is. And we move it over here. Because we could do something like that. It's not going to work to keep the layer. I wonder if move this up. Then we could add in. Bear with me. I'm having thoughts. I'm having thoughts about this. Ooh. I don't want the stroke. I want the fill. No, I don't think that'll work. That won't look right. But that's okay. I want this to still be there. We could instead do... It's too big. This is where we're really getting into the design process of it. I almost think this would be better off. Solid. Thin stripes over top the sunflower. Oh, this design is so cute. Thank you. We're working on it. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Pix. I don't know if I'm like 100%, or you mean like make these thinner, or over top as in like, I could make it this section instead of the whole sunflower. Hold on. I could do it like, if we move this back in here, get back in, please and thank you, and move that out. Ooh. But that doesn't really include enough of the color. Of course, we'd have to get rid of this yellow because that doesn't look right now, but we could make the stripes a little thinner on the inside, but The diagonal edges of the flag just have thick black lines overlap the yellow flower petals. Maybe. So in order to do that, we can definitely do that. What we're going to have to do in order to accomplish that is make another clip group. Oh, we're still in the other clip group, aren't we? Oh, well, that might work okay. We might still be able to work with that. Add this in. Oh boy. Don't. Not that thick. But I'm not so sure if I can make this work just because of that. No. Because, oh gosh. In order to bound it to the shape in the first place, I have to do the clip because otherwise, you can see how far out these go. Ooh, yeah. Thanks for indulging me, though. Yeah, no. It's an interesting idea. I just don't think it'll quite work with this specifically, you know? An alternative that we can do instead of doing the disability pride colors, we can do... Or we'll have to move this back out. I'm just gonna take this anyway. We're gonna chop these two off. Is that just big enough? Then bring that back down. Ooh. We could go with those colors. Although, it's still diagonal and we have to fix that, but, you know. Because this one isn't diagonal. It's not diagonal. So if we go... We did 50 degrees, right? Yeah. What's this one called? Puddle Stomp! Cute! Very cute. Very appropriate. maybe not. Hold on. Change this back. That. Ooh, you're not going the right direction. I want you to be like a dish. Okay, and then boop doop doop boop doop doop boop doop doop boop. Accidentally, I got rid of the lines on that. Right. That might be too big. A little bit too big. Try 115 instead. That's pretty good. No. Boop. End stroke. Fill at 4. Then I think these bits also need a gradient. Although I think in this case we might try. Oh, that's the stroke. That's not what I need. I'm not even sure if I need... I'll leave that on. Unless... Let me see. Okay, how? Why? Where are you affecting? You're affecting... Okay. Made you too small. That's better. Boop. It's very nice to stream again as well. I already said stream. Make art. That's what I meant. I haven't been making anything in a little bit for obvious reasons, I think. I almost wonder if I had a... Oh, sweat. Oop. No. One. Change this one again. A. Thank you. And then for the fill as well. I think I'll just make that. It's simple, but it works. Hey, I actually really like this. We're not quite done. The center needs to be done too, but like, I actually really like this. Well, heck. Sometimes you just see if a thing works, and it does. I do think this could probably use to be... It's supposed to be like a silver, but I think make that silver... a teensy bit brighter? Yeah. Not too much, though. Another one. I kind of want to keep this the same color as the morning color. But everything else has a gradient, so this needs a gradient too. You think not a lot brighter. Just a little bit brighter. There we go. That looks great! That's too my own horn, but I'm happy with that. Oh, I'm really happy with that. Man. I do need to make this outline back here a little bit smaller. A little bit more like the other ones. There we go. I'm gonna keep the original size, but I think we're gonna make it a little bit more on par with the other two in the lineup. Oh, I really like that. Okay. All right. We should make another. Whoop. You stop that. I want to grab the whole thing. Thank you. Kind of want to make another square with just this one as well. Which should be easy enough. We could even just take the same rectangle. Duplicate it. Move it down. Hold on. Make another clip group. Thank you, Sarybot. Wow, it's been a while since we got one of those. Instantly gone. Total annihilation. Block that. They're overlapping. And this, I believe we just did one. Ooh, that's hard to see. We may have to do it a little bit thicker than that. What did I do for these? I did do one, but it's a little big, so we're gonna go two. That's a little better. I keep getting spam calls, everybody. I don't know who from. They do keep calling. I'm gonna keep it like Nar. I'm waiting for a hair salon to call me back. I want to go down to a pixie cut. It's been so hot. It's just been too much. Now this doesn't connect into this very well, so we're going to have to change this a little bit. Should be able to do by... Yeah, you know, it might be easier to just move the whole... Reason it's not lining... Oops, thank you. Reason it's not lining up is because they're not too far over. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to make the whole thing smaller. That's fine. We could totally do it. We could even just do it like... Ooh. Ooh. Yippee! Ah, this has been nice though. Oh, I haven't had water. I should drink my water. Nobody's giving me water reminders. How could you? Don't you know when I'm working on art, I fixate? I've been let down. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not being serious. I do fixate though. When I'm working on projects, I have a bad tendency. Also, sorry for the slurp sound. I have a bad tendency to really fixate, and then I forget what I'm doing. Like, I don't remember to drink water or, you know, anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, I do that. I do that a lot when I'm working on art. Oh, gosh. There, I drank 1 cup of water. I'm gonna pour me some more. I have already had some water today, at least, so I'm not being too bad, you know, but still. I am so happy with how the sunflower is. I'm really happy about it. Yeah. These are pretty good. I don't know if anybody else would like me to try to make any others or different colors, like for the inside of the enamel or what. You know what? I'm looking at this. I think we might change this around. So instead of make that a little bit smaller. $500's too small, so yeah, we'll go with 700. Do that one. It doesn't feel center, even though it basically is. More or less. We could probably move it over just a teensy bit. I'm pretty happy with that one. This is the sunflower one is probably the one I'll be using because my disabilities are invisible disabilities. I am in the invisible disability crowd. That's because one of them is my innards. You know, endometriosis do be like that. I don't know if I... Let's see, so we did that. Oh yeah, I was gonna do an infinity symbol one. Hold on. How best to do an infinity symbol? All the way up. Infinity. It's usually kind of, 560. We gotta make them join together, which I think I could do. I just gotta figure out how I want to do that. The other alternative, using the spiral tool, I don't know about that one. Third alternative is just taking an 8 and putting it on side and then stretching it. That is also a possibility. It have to be a different 8. Arial 8? No. It does still need to be something of even font weight distribution. Not that one. A lot of these are not even because the top is obviously a little bit smaller. Now is pretty close. I'm just wondering how I want to go about making an infinity symbol. I could also, so they do have, you know, they do have little guys. It's a little bit awkward, especially because like this one is, I don't think I've ever actually used this all that much. But like, you can. I don't know how, if I feel confident in being able to make like a good infinity by hand. I don't draw a whole ton of things by hand anymore. Since I've been doing mostly vector work. I can. I don't do it as much as I used to. Another way we could do it is, oh right, you need to be an object. You need to be a path, not an object first. Don't do that. That's the spray. Still not working the way I want it to. Oh, probably because it's an outline, right? Had to be a fill. A picture speaks 1,000 words. Your soul inside I've always heard. I know what I need to do. Nope, not that one. Difference? Difference. There. There we got this. And that's a whole object. And now we can erase this properly. 60. I just want to do one little swipe. I want it to be even as possible. Okay. See, though, we can't really cross. It doesn't really cross itself well, so that's going to be an interesting dilemma. We can meet it up here, but then we'd have to... Okay. That must be a little bit weird up there. A little better. Okay. This is another one of those ones where I probably could get a roster image and like with the heart and do that. But I would like to try and figure out how to do it myself. As always. That's just where I'm at with this. I wasn't expecting there to be lyrics. Most of his music isn't. I need to play Pine Hearts at some point. And then if we duplicate, flip it, we might be able to get something here. It's a little wide. It's fine. We could just squash it when we're done. We'll just squash. Let me just... And I keep getting phone calls, but they keep truly honestly being listed as spam risk, and I don't have any reason to answer a spam risk call. If you were important, you'd have a real, you'd have a real phone number. Have a real one. Just want to make it more seamless up there, but I might have to combine it first and then fiddle with it. Hey, it's kind of ended up wonky over here instead of how clean it is over there. Oh boy. That's okay. We'll figure it out. That's not bad. Okay. Portion. That's a lot. Okay. Five. 4. Well, if I did go up, what would happen? Let me see. All the way up to 12. Pretty thickums. Nope, I want to do this. Thank you. Think we could make that work? Might even be able to just take this half and sort of... it's not turning the way I want it to. The funniest thing for me about vector work is just that, like, the actual nodes can be fucked up while the image works, looks fine. It looks fine. Just ignore behind the curtain. It's fine. I don't like this though, because it kind of looks like I did it on purpose, which I sort of did. I think this isn't even on this side. Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but it's not. I don't know how to fix it. Add a node here. I don't know if that's gonna fix it. A little bit. Yeah, fine. Then, what do I want to do with you? Not sure. Normally it's just the symbol, but if I wanted to make it look like an enamel pin, it's going to have a background and... Well... We'll do what we've been doing. I asked that about myself scar every day? Well, what are we doing? You asked that about... Minus scar myself every day? Okay. I was like, did like your phone just add that? Hi there, it's Chantalil. Hope you're doing well today. It's good to see you again. We pivoted, if it isn't obvious, from Epic Mickey to an art stream, because I've been dying to make stuff. I've been dying. So yeah. We're making things today. There's a way to make this open. Yes, that song is fun. Yes. Okay, so this, what I thought, that's making up most of that. I don't know if we want to make this like the rest of this, or... That's pretty good. I don't know what I want to put this on. Or if I want to do it like... Okay, so we could do it... Ooh, stop that. I'll take the whole thing. We could take another square. Another square. Okay. Actually, not duplicate. We're just gonna copy. Copy the square. Go up to the infinity symbol. Go. Back down. Boom. I have to make this smaller. That's fine. We can do that. Scale. I almost don't quite like that. I'm not sure what kind of shape I would want to put this on, though. For now? Got a rectangle, a circle, got a heart. Ooh, not do puzzle piece particularly. That's not really my jam. For reasons. If you know, we could talk about it, but Hmm. Just not a lot of good things for me to put it on. This is still pretty good. Perhaps somebody would appreciate it. Oh, realizing I also still need to do a gradient here. I'll leave that left to right, and a gradient for this one. Ooh, not that one. The other rectangle. That rectangle. Hi, Ursa! It's been a while, honey. Hello! Welcome on in! I'm so happy to have you. I am going to be wrapping up soon-ish, I believe. It's actually not too hot yet, but it will be getting very hot today. It's just taking a while to get hot. Well, hello, I've been making things. You see my things? Welcome, welcome. It's always good to have you. I hope you've been doing well. If not, I hope things get better. It's okay, I'm glad I caught you just in time. Yeah, yeah. You're so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with them, actually. Like, genuinely. Oh, you're up here, that's right. You get down. That's not what I wanted. Thank you. Alright, I locked my sunflower. Unlock. Move it to... I am pretty happy with them overall. They're nice, they're clean. Yeah. I'll probably... I don't know if people will want the heart with or without the, like... Because we could just do the plain heart with or without the symbol. Because that's the universal, like, disability access symbol, but we could just do it without it. These look real nice. I am quite content with what I've made today. Yeah, so we are going to be wrapping up, but I'm not familiar with the disability pride flags. Mind educating me? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. 100%. Let's go. Okay. Okay, we'll start with the colors. So I'm using two separate sets of colors here. The first disability pride flag ever made was actually this one. It's the gold, silver, and bronze. So this one was made in 2017, and it is, I was reading up on all of this last night. I'm quite familiar with the pride one. This one is less of a pride one and more of a... I found a very helpful... This one right here. Okay. So, this is like this was the first ever disability pride flag. Well, not disability pride flag. Disability flag. Okay. It was made in 2017 by a dancer named Eros Recio. It was presented to the United Nations. It is for use at disability-focused events. The gold, silver, and bronze horizontal stripes. The flag that reflects Paralympic medals. and representing overcoming societal obstacles and celebrating disability rights and awareness. Yeah, so that's like that's the base one for that one. And then this is the disability pride flag. I did talk about it a little bit earlier, and we can do it again. So originally when this was made in 2019, but it had zigzags and it was brighter colored. They made it more muted now, and it being zigzags and being brighter colored caused problems for people with like epilepsy and other things. They gave migraines and like things like that. Didn't work for sensitivities, procedures, and migraines. So we changed it to this one. This is the more accessible version. This came out in 2021. Okay, so green is for sensory disabilities, like blue is for emotional psychiatric disabilities and mental illnesses. White is for invisible and undiagnosed disabilities. Gold is for neurodivergence. And red is for physical disabilities. And the faded black background symbolizes mourning for victims of disability violence and oppression. Yeah. So this one's like the main... Oh gosh, the ads! Ursa! I wasn't looking! Well, it just started. Hopefully, gosh, I feel bad because I'm referencing stuff on the internet so I can quote you to it directly instead of trying to remember it, you know? But that's okay. I would have paused it if I had been looking. Oh well. No ads. I will babble about something else. I can wait. Oh gosh, man. I'm very, like, for everybody who can still hear me, I know some of you are out there. I'm very fond of the Sunflower one that I've made. That's potentially the one I'll be using, but I also might potentially use this autism one that I've made. I don't know. We wait for the ads to be done, and when the ads are done, then I'll go back to yapping. I'll have to ask Ursa what he heard last. Drink some more water. Remember to drink water. Hydrate. Are we free from the ads? Want a break from the ads? Spotify break. Are you free, Ursa? What did you hear last? I was tabbed out and I'm back. Yeah. What did you hear last? So I know where to continue from. This one's cute too. What's this one called? Star Reflection. Man, I really love all the ones from Shattered Rain. I need to play Shattered Rain. If it's a game, but I'm pretty sure it is. All right. Nope, it might just be an album. Yeah, it is. Fair enough. It's really good. Shout out to Fail Positive. But yes, finish explaining the background of the flag. Which flag? Maybe we were on the second one already. I'm pretty sure we were. But yeah, they had to change that. The colors. So it is red for physical disabilities, gold for neurodivergence, white for invisible and undiagnosed disabilities, blue for emotional psychiatric disabilities like mental illnesses and anxiety, and green for sensory disabilities like blindness and such. And the faded black is in mourning of victims of disability violence and oppression. So that is the main pride flag. And then recently, I learned this while I was looking up disability symbols last night. The sunflower is specifically for invisible disabilities, which I thought was really nice. So that one was made. In 2016, the Hidden Disability Sunflower was created by the UK charity Hidden Disabilities to increase understanding of invisible disabilities, often those with disabilities like chronic pain, diabetes, mental illness, no visible signs, yet face stigma and judgment. So like me. I'm actually probably gonna be. I really like how my sunflower pin turned out. Probably gonna be using that personally. But I really like how, I'm happy with all of these. And then the last one here, if you don't know it, the infinity symbol is the one we use for autism. At least if some people use the puzzle piece, there's controversy among the puzzle piece because Autism Speaks popularized the puzzle piece symbol. A lot of us are not very fond of it because we're not fond of Autism Speaks. But I thought I would do an autism one. Normally it's supposed to be a rainbow, but I thought I would do it with the disability colors. I could put this on my stream so that I could be in highlight for my wife and my friends and Allie. Yeah, I would love that. I was specifically making these. I'm gonna make like a little pack, for free and put it downloadable on my Ko-fi for everybody. So people can use these on their streams. That was the plan. Yeah. I don't know if the only other thing I might want to do endometrium. Ribbon? Is there a ribbon? It's also yellow. Okay. Well, that's easy. I don't have to change anything about the sunflower. For myself, because I was thinking maybe if there's a specific color that isn't here for endometriosis, that I would make one for me specifically endometriosis colored, but it's yellow. The ribbon for endometriosis is yellow, so it's fine. We got it. But yeah, this has actually been quite a bit of fun. I hope everybody got to chill and vibe and have just a nice time as I babble about making vectors, because that was pretty much most of the stream. I was like, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. I didn't end up using these hearts, but I wanted to use them as an example, and that was nice. Yeah. Is there a common website that people reference so I can make it a command? Oh, I don't know if there is. I can give you the website that I referenced, which I thought was quite helpful. But it was a little article made by this shop in 2024. I found that quite helpful. I don't know how many sites have the full list of it, because Wiki has the listing for the disability pride flag, but then it'll mention the two flags. It'll mention the first one for overcoming obstacles, and then it'll mention the pride flag, but it won't mention the sunflower, and it doesn't mention the autism symbols. I don't know of any one site besides this one that I found that actually talks about them all. It also that specific blog also mentions the controversy behind the puzzle symbol, the puzzle piece symbol, and that could be very informative for some people who don't know. So, yeah. Okay. This is nice. I'm just really happy to make something. I have been literally itching. Genuinely, when I haven't, made anything in a while. Ooh, I'll have to read about that. Yes, you can also, plenty of people talk about it too. There is a YouTuber that I like to watch, her channel, if you're interested. Her channel is called I'm Autistic Now What? And I believe she has a video, like a more extensive, like information video on the puzzle piece thing. She has a lot of like pretty well informed videos that I find pretty good that I send people to. You know what? It's my channel. I can link things. It's my channel. I'm allowed. She also likes to do a lot of lighthearted content and things as well. But yeah, classic like clickbait like stuff. But that's what works for YouTube. That is YouTube for you. I think, let me see if, I don't know, you might have to search under, you find it under Autism Speaks? I don't know. Yes. Probably? Anyway, she has a lot of very informative things. It's your birthday. Thanks, bestie. Thank you. Of course. Okay. I do need to find somebody to raid out to, but that's pretty much it for today. I got done what I wanted to get done in the time that I wanted to do it, so that's wonderful. These will be going up. They may not go up immediately. It depends on how much. It depends on how hot it's about to get and how much time I have left on my computer. I might have to do it later today. We will see. Just a minute. Oh gosh! The giraffe! Don't do that. Thank you. I don't know why the giraffe turns itself back on sometimes. That doesn't make any sense to some people, but the giraffe body is like a different size ratio. That was a PNG, so I had to make an entirely separate like source for it, so it was to size with everything else. Anyhow. Hi, Lottie. Hi, Jack. We are just finishing up, but here, while you're here, I will show you what we made today. We made these. Hold on, this is like way over. This doesn't need. We made these today. Keep an eye out. Take care of yourself, bestie. Yeah, thank you, Ursa. Yeah, we made some like fakey enamel pins. These are going to be free to use for people. So we have 3 different versions of Disability Pride. Oh, Drata just woke up. This looks really cool. Thank you. I decided to pivot and do an art stream for the first time ever on my channel because I haven't been making anything, and I start to like literally like itch in my brain, basically like mentally, if I haven't made anything in a while. And I was like, oh gosh, what if I don't have a lot of time on my computer because it's been hot. And I was like, what if I just, combine my stream time so I can make some art? So that's why we're doing that. But yeah, the top row here is all the Disability Pride colors. I made one for autism. Normally the autism symbol is a rainbow, but I thought it would be nice to have the Disability Pride colors on it instead. Well, it looks great. Thank you. I would love to see more art streams. I will make an effort. A lot of the art that I have been doing in the year, it's been a year. The past year has all been for my re-debut, and most of it's secret. But if I can come up with little projects to do like this, then like I could totally do more art streams with just like little projects, little things I can do. Yeah, I will think about it, and we'll see. because this was fun. Yeah. And then these bottom two, this is the disability flag jack for overcoming obstacles and things. Which I think is also nice. It's nice colors. And the sunflower, I combined it with the sunflower. The sunflower is for invisible disabilities, like what I have. Because you don't know that I'm disabled when you look at me, but I very much am. I combined the sunflower into also an animal pin. And this one's probably going to be the one that I use, but I made these. They're going to be up on my Ko-fi as a free download for anybody who wants to put them on whatever they want to put them on. You could put it on whatever. You could put it on your streams. You could put it in your profiles. Whatever you want to use them for. They're going to be free to use for everybody. Don't force yourself to, but you seem like you have a lot of fun doing it. It was fun. It was fun. It was different. It was relaxing. I got to yap about vectors because, like, even out of my fellow streamers that do art, a lot of them don't really do vector work. Like, I'm pretty sure Pix does a little bit, maybe. If she's done, like, any graphic design work, it's usually vector work. But a lot of the rest of them don't know anything about vectors. That's not a... Oh. Honey, did you... I don't know whether to allow this or deny this. Did you mean to say tits, Ursa? Because if you did, I have to deny it. Hello, Mel. We are wrapping up, but I'm so happy that you stopped by. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? I am doing pretty good so far. Usually the mornings streaming, I'm feeling great. It's always great to hang out with everybody. Whoops! I'll take that as a yes. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Gentle reminder, Ursa, that my channel is PG-17. But yeah, if anybody just coming in, we are wrapping up, but we made these today. These are going to be free to use for everybody. I'm going to make a little download on my Ko-fi, as I've been saying. Just a free download on my Ko-fi. I will link it. They look cute. Thank you. Thank you. For everybody to use, any other disabled streamers, if they want to use these and put them like anywhere on their streams or anything like that. Yeah. But yes, we are wrapping up. I do need to find somebody to raid, so we are going to do that. I'm just gonna leave these here, honestly. Oh boy, 2 other people are also doing art right now. Ooh, Sleepy Prince is on. Oh, I don't get to raid into Sleepy Prince very much. And they're a fellow clown. They're also an artist. Their design is super cute. We're gonna go raid into them. But yes, thank you so much, everybody, for being here for my return week. It has been wonderful being back. You have all been absolutely, like, just wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. I'm so happy to be back. I'll see everybody next week. And remember to stay silly out there, okay? Take care, especially if you're in the heat or anything like that. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.